How could a coach who never won a single trophy with the first team and had no impressive resume in club football become the man who brought Spain back to the top of the world? Who actually dared to nominate him? And why did the Spanish Football Federation ignore world-class names to bet on a man barely known outside the country? In December 2022, Spanish football was processing a painful blow. The shocking World Cup exit against Morocco ended Luis Enrique's era, throwing the federation into deep uncertainty. The press demanded a big name, and the fans waited for a famous savior. But behind closed doors, sporting director Jose Francisco Molina had a completely different vision. Molina wasn't looking for the most famous manager, but the one who understood the DNA of Spanish football best. He gave his final recommendation to President Luis Rubiales. Luis de la Fuente is the only answer. On December 12th, the board approved the decision, starting a wave of surprise and doubt. Many believed the federation was taking a huge risk with a manager who had no major success. But was it just a blind gamble, or did the federation see something everyone else missed? To find out, we have to go back 60 years to a small northern town where a quiet journey began. On June 28, 1961, Luis de la Fuente was born in Haro, a small town in La Rioja. Like many kids, football was his passion. But he wasn't born with the flashy talent that made top clubs fight for him. He worked hard until he joined Athletic Bilbao, a unique club that relies entirely on Basque players. He played as a left-back, not the star who stole the headlines, but the disciplined team player who gave the squad stability. He lived through Bilbao's golden age in the 1980s, winning back-to-back La Liga titles, along with the Copa del Rey and Supercop. Despite these titles, he never became a global icon, and when he retired, fame didn't make his transition to coaching any easier. He had to start from absolute zero, far from the media lights and big clubs. De la Fuente chose the longer, harder path. He earned his coaching licenses and managed small teams before returning to Bilbao to coach youth squads and the reserve team. He wasn't obsessed with winning quick trophies. He was searching for deeper answers. How do young players develop? How do you build a team identity that lasts? He spent long years learning away from the noise, testing his ideas, and quietly sharpening his philosophy. And when his first big chance arrived in 2011 with Deportivo Alavés, disaster was waiting. Alavés was struggling in the lower divisions and desperately wanted instant results. De la Fuente was trying to build a long-term project that needed patience, and his ideas crashed into a tough reality. After just 11 league matches, the club fired him. 3 short months sent him right back to square one. He left broken, spending months without any coaching offers, a nightmare that could end any manager's career. Instead of making excuses, he focused on reevaluating himself. What went wrong? What kind of environment actually fits his style? He didn't find those answers in club football, but at the doors of the Spanish Football Federation in 2013. He joined the federation as the under-19 coach. What looked like a step backward was actually the perfect place for him to thrive. Away from heavy media pressure, he created a strict system to develop talent and unify the playing style across all youth levels. and the results quickly followed. 2015, under 19 European champions. 2019, under 21 European champions. 2021, Olympic silver medal in Tokyo. For a whole decade, he didn't just collect medals. He was building the backbone of Spain's senior team. He developed deep trust with young players, who would later become the core of the national squad. So, when Luis Enrique stepped down, hiring De La Fuente wasn't a crazy gamble. It was calling the master architect, who designed every piece. From day one, De La Fuente didn't throw away Spain's traditional style. He modernized it and removed the slow pacing. Holding the ball wasn't just for show anymore. It became a fast tool to break down the opponent. He made crucial tactical adjustments, unleashing fast wingers, giving young talents like Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams total freedom to beat defenders one-on-one. Direct play and counter-pressing, attacking quickly as soon as the ball is recovered, without useless extra passes. Ending the superstar system, removing privileges for famous names. Performance on the pitch became the only rule. With these ideas, Spain transformed from a team that passed endlessly into a faster, far more dangerous attacking unit. Slowly, the doubts started to disappear. In June 2023, he led Spain to the Nations League title, bringing back lost confidence. But Euro 2024 was the real test. Spain entered the tournament in the hardest group, yet played exciting and ruthless football. They knocked out the hosts, Germany, outplayed France in a tactical masterpiece, and reached the grand final in Berlin against England. On July 14, 2024, Spain became European champions for a record fourth time. Experts agreed this victory wasn't luck, but the result of great tactical flexibility and game-changing substitutions. When Luis de la Fuente lifted Euro 2024, critics thought he reached his limit, assuming it was a temporary success that would fade at the 2026 World Cup. But De La Fuente didn't waste time replying to critics. His focus was on a higher goal, making Spain the best team on the planet. Spain entered the World Cup as European champions, not just to defend their reputation, but to prove their project was the most complete in modern football. It was a system blending smart possession, deadly counterattacks, relentless team pressure, and rock-solid mental strength under pressure. Their success didn't come from a single star, but from years of team building. And in the final match, Spain captured football's ultimate trophy, the 2026 World Cup. In that historic moment, all doubts vanished. Nobody mentioned the Alavés firing or questioned his hiring anymore. The coach who took over during a time of total skepticism became champion of Europe, then champion of the world. He wrote he faced an unstable club demanding instant results under heavy pressure, giving him no time to build. At the Spanish Federation, he worked inside a long-term project, leading players he knew since they were teenagers, who understood his tactical mind completely. And here lies the biggest lesson of his story. Failing in one place doesn't mean you're a bad coach. It just means you are in the wrong environment. Luis de la Fuente proved that success doesn't require a big media name, but a clear vision and quiet dedication until the right moment arrives. If you enjoyed this documentary, let us know in the comments. Which coach do you think has an inspiring story that deserves our next documentary? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.